right, guys. Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining me today. It is manure hauling day. First of all, happy Thanksgivings. We're a couple days leading up to Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgivings. Hope every one of you guys has a great holiday with friends and family and some good food, good eating. Mom here knows how to throw on a spread, and so there is no leaving the table hungry. Our first real cold last night was like 15 or 17 degrees. And so I brought the 40-20 in because he's on auger duty still. 4430's on the spreader. Massey's on loader duty. So we'll get this stuff out of the shop and get going here. So we had some wet snow that kind of is going to delay us from combining for a while, which is perfect. Allows some truckloads to get out of the dry system for corn and allows us to spend a couple days hauling manure. And so then that task is done. And then after the holiday, we'll get back on corn. And yeah, we're going to be done with corn before Christmas this year. That's going to be weird. I'm turn the page. A new page in Maple Grove farm history. And so, yeah, let's get this stuff fired up and out of here and get going. Let's see how 4430 does. Strange concept to plug a tractor in when it's going to be somewhat cold. Or you could be like some guys and just duct tape ether cans around the intake pipe. But I fix them right and make them run good, so I don't have any worries other than that starter. Sometimes, there you go. Let's get a move on today. Well, here we go. Boy, just think if you could do corn with covers and cows grazing, and the next year corn on covers and cows grazing, and then hauling manure out here. Just think what that soil would look like in a few years. Oh yeah, someday. We got a lot of fields that the cows will never get to. But yeah. Well, let's see how good this works while you guys are watching. I got the 4 tines on so that I can tear it apart a little bit. Take smaller bites. You don't have nothing I hate worse when you come in with the bucket. Get a big bucket in there, and then as you start to back away, it all rolls out. Small bites. bit to spill out. Well, that's that. I've been hitting this headland kind of hard. The headland of that first little ridge really needs a lot of humus. As we'll say, it needs to add tilthiness. And so this will probably be my last round over here, and then start moving that way. With that hay in there, it does a really nice job. I just can't heap it up, and it takes a lot of power. I'm thinking either soybeans or corn here next year. Now that the ground is getting frozen, once we get done with harvest, get these trees, finish getting these trees out of here. It got a little muddy this summer, so we kind of had to literally abandon ship on that one. There you can hear it pull a little bit. But beans or corn here next year. Nice thing if we do corn with cover crops, we can just set aside time to make sure that we make some corn stalk bales. So maybe we do corn again, just to help with the cows. And if we end up we're going to do a lot of spring plowing here to clean all this up and bring it back into field. I think we're better off with corn than two, because if it's too muddy, then we can always wait for freeze up. Trying not to stink the neighbors out, but I didn't choose the direction of the wind. So I just won't go up to the property line. Good fences make good neighbors. How about that? They're good people. They've never complained in 20 years they've been there, but still don't need to get too close. Well, here's the clay. Many decades ago, Dad hauled in a bunch of clay in here and built kind of a knob, and I don't know if the grade shows, but it falls towards the lagoon. It falls heavy towards, that's a concrete alleyway for water to go to the lagoon. And it worked fantastic. Just over the years it gets built up, so we scrape down, but you hate to scrape right to the clay because you don't want to lose any of your clay. So we keep scraping down close, and it works really good. I wouldn't mind, cripes, I wouldn't mind a couple hundred more yards of clay through here to build kind of a mound like that. Just a real mound. You know, we hung them brushes. We just chained them to some gates, and out in the pasture they're chained to the feed bunk. That way it's portable, but boy, that sure works great. They can get under it, it can bounce all around. That worked out really good. That worked out good. All right, so got the bucket on, got this scraped up pretty okay. Generated a couple loads of cleaning up out there, and I spilt past our curb line. So let's get this 44 in here and keep hauling.